Welcome to fast and flexible stretching. First exercise of the day will be ragdoll. Gently tip from your hip, rolling all the way down towards the ground. If your hands cannot reach the ground, don't worry, you stop wherever you have to. Then you can bend your knees as much as you want. And you can even bend a little from side to side, first on the right leg, then on the left leg, walking out those hamstrings. So here you might feel it in your hamstrings all the way down through your feet. You might feel it in your spine. Try to relax your head and your neck. And I like to use my breath to come deeper into the position, so maybe you want to inhale to charge and exhale to come a little deeper into your stretch. We're going to change in 3, 2, 1. Take it to your deep squat. Feet wider than your hips. Then try to sit all the way down like I'm doing. And if you cannot because of your mobility, that is not a problem. You just stop a little bit before. So it's going to be heavier on your thighs if you lift your butt up, but it's easier for the mobility. Then you focus on pushing your knees out, and you will feel a nice stretch on your lower body, especially your ankles and your hips. If you want to also engage the spine, you bring one arm up to the ceiling like I'm doing and just rotating towards that arm. Switching to the other side, and preferably looking up towards that hand if that's okay for you. Next up is our butterfly pose. Put your feet together in front of you. Push your knees gently down using your elbows. So you put your elbows onto your knees and gently pushing your knees down towards the ground. Put as much pressure as you like. Remember that we are supposed to be a little bit out of our comfort zone when we stretch, but never painful. If it's painful, you just take it back a notch, or you do another exercise. Personally, I like to lean a little bit forward to put more pressure onto my knees, and therefore I feel the stretch more intensely, especially on my inner thighs. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. We got our kneeling hip flexor right side. So one leg in front. Push your hips and your glutes gently forward. Showing you from the side so it's easier to see the position. Try to keep a 90-degree angle in both legs. And then you can relax your shoulders, relax your hands, relax your neck and your head. This is all about your hip flexor and the front thigh on your back leg. Make sure you're using your breath to your benefit and not holding your breath. You want it to feel nice and comfortable, breathing consistently throughout the stretch. We're going to do the same on the other side, so just switch that front leg. Push gently your hip and your leg forward. You can go deeper if you want to drop that 90-degree angle. You can go deeper to feel a more intense stretch, or you stay here. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, try to go deeper into the stretch by pushing legs in front, pushing your glutes forward, tilting your pelvis up and back. Next one, we got our seated forward fold. So you sit down on your butt, feet in front, straighten them out as much as possible. You can of course bend your knees if you want. And then you pretend that you have a big ball in front of you, so you're rolling your hands up and over that ball. Aiming to reach for your toes. Or if you can't, you reach on your ankles, your knees, wherever it's reachable for you. Try to keep that spine nice and straight. You like to look down to relax the neck. And we move on to our seated spinal twist right side. So you want to straighten out one leg, the other one crosses over in a bent position. Grab onto your bent knee and lift your chest up. You might want to stay here or bring the same arm as the bent leg behind you. This way you will get a nice stretch in your spine as well as in your glutes. Use that breath. Inhale to stand up tall. Exhale to further go deeper into that spine twist. You can move your arm further behind you to feel a deeper stretch. We're going to do the same to the other side. So just switch. Other leg is straightened out. The other one is bent over. Reach onto your bent knee with your opposite arm, and the same arm as the bent knee twists to come behind you and rotate your spine. For 30 seconds in this position. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. Seconds. Next up, we got a universal stretch to the right side. So you need to lay down, straighten out one leg, and the other one bends over towards the opposite side. Main goal here is to keep your shoulders down to the ground. When you accomplish that, you can start to pull your bent knee towards the floor. So first we make sure that our shoulders are relaxed down to the ground. And if we do so, then we can start focusing on the knee to come further down towards the ground. I like to use my arm to push my knee gently down. 10 seconds here. Use your breath. Big inhales, big exhales, and we're going to change to the other side. So stretch out one leg, bend the other one over, and here you can see, if you're watching, that I'm pushing my knee gently down using this opposite arm as my bent leg. The same arm as the bent leg, I like to stretch it out and look towards it. That way I'm making sure to get a solid twist in my spine. Relax, feel your body is heavy towards the ground. The main goal is to have all your body push pushing towards the floor. 5, 2, and 1. We're moving into happy baby pose. So you want to lay on your back, lift your legs up, and then you bend your knees and you reach for your toes. If you cannot reach your toes, you reach for your ankles, your legs, whatever is suitable. And then you just play around like a baby laying on the ground, playing with their legs up. So I like to stretch out my legs, I like to bend them, I like to make little circles, moving from side to side, giving my lower back a little massage. So here you can do whatever feels right for you. 10 seconds left. Take it over to a kneeling hamstring stretch. So one leg kneeling, the other one is straight out in front of you. Then you want to bend from your hip over that front leg. I'm trying to keep a flat back, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders, and just working my forehead towards my leg. Bend your knee as much as you need to. You should feel a stretch on your hamstring and your legs here. If you flex your front foot, you might feel it more intensively. And again, use your breath, inhaling to charge, exhaling to come deeper into the stretch. We take it to the other side. Kneeling hamstring, left side. So same thing, you bend that back knee. You straighten out your front leg and you slowly start to move your face towards that leg. Trying to keep that back straight. Trying to flex that front foot. Trying to straighten out that front knee. Working my head slowly towards my leg. I like to do little bounces with my arms to move dynamically, but you can also stand still. Okay, move it to child's pose. You want to sit your butt onto your heels, and then you bend forward so your head touches the mat. Your arms stretches completely away from you. So you try to stretch and reach your hands away from you. Getting a nice stretch into your back. You can also open up your knees wider if that feels better, or you close them if you want. Personally, I find it easier for my butt to come down to my heels if I open my knees wider. Then you try to just relax completely. No tension on your neck or your shoulders. For 3, 2, 1. Stay in your child's pose position and go to a shoulder stretch right side. So it's like threading a needle. You pull that arm under your body. And then you pretend that someone is grabbing onto that hand and pulling it away. So you come deeper into the position. Your butt can stay high up or you can lower it towards your heels. Focus is to stretch out that shoulder by threading your arm under your body. 15 seconds to go. We're going to do the same thing, other side. So again, take that opposite arm, reach it under your body, and the hand that is laying in front is trying to pull away like you do in child's pose. So deep, nice stretch on your shoulder. You might also feel it in your spine, that's normal. And when we stretch, sometimes we feel it in completely different places than I'm saying. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, as long as you don't feel any pain. "15 seconds to go." Breathe. Pretend someone is pulling that arm away from you, coming deeper into the stretch. Amazing. Put your hands together. Great job.